One, two, three.
Hey guys!
Today we will be showing you how to make cookie brownies and the chemistry behind it. To start off,
Chemistry is the different kinds of that change. We will be showing chemical change by making brownie cookies.
before we start, let's review what a chemical change is. It is an irreversible chemical reaction made by one or more substances and change in their chemical properties. This will result in at least one new substance.
There are many examples of chemical changes, like, for instance, milk going bad, exploding fireworks, baking, digesting food. The observational evidence for chemical change is fizzing, rusting, and explosion.
Basically, it can be changed back to its original form. This is called a non-reversible change.
So chemical change occurs when particles that make up two or more substances rearrange to form a new substance.
As a matter of fact, an example of combustion is baking, which is what we'll be doing today. An example is when you put butter in a pot and put it on a stove. This is because of the flames being produced.
Now, since we reviewed everything, and now we know what is chemical change, now we'll be showing you how to make chemistry brownies. First, we have to preheat the oven at 350 degrees.
The oven is our source for energy for making the brownies.
Ingredients we'll be using, there's chocolate chips, flour, and sugar, and baking soda. And these are the wet ingredients we're going to be using: eggs, water, vanilla, and oil. Two eggs, but
slow her.
And we're gonna mix it in. And now we're gonna add the brownie mixture to the cookie dough. the final product before I put it in the oven and the chemical change will occur. Now I'm gonna put this in the oven. And put a timer on for 28 minutes.
So, as the brownie mixture is in the oven, the atoms are going to experience enough energy that will break and reform the molecules that will give the product of the solid brownie.
The heat helps baking powders produce tiny bubbles of gas, which makes the cookie brownies more light.
As we can see, the heat from the oven put it inside the brownies. The protein actually helps for the brownies to form, and the oil that we added will help so the oven from the heat from the oven so it won't dry out.
So, as the brownie mixture is in the oven, the atoms are going to experience enough energy that will break and reform the molecules, which will give it the solid form of a brownie.
We have 10 minutes left until our brownies are complete. As we can see, the color has changed and the texture because
So there was a chemical change that occurred, and as Lynn said, we see a texture change, and as you can see, the brownies have expanded, and that is because of the temperature from the oven and the baking soda that was rising up in the batter.
And now we're taking out the cookie brownies, which we will test. It won't be done. They're not done. And now we're gonna be taking the cookie brownies out the oven. And we're gonna test them with this knife to see if they're done. And they're done.
We can now definitely see a texture change in the cookie brownies, and on the sides there are the little air pockets that the baking soda caused.
now the brownies are cooled off. I'm gonna cut them to show you guys the chemical change. Now we can see the chemical change because the layer of cookie dough and the layer of brownie mix mixed in together in the oven because of the heat.
They fogged my glasses up.
Go with the
Lynn. It's not done.
It's not done.
Okay, put more. Put it for more.
It won't be done. They're not done. And they're done. Now I know the pressure.
Behind it.
Redo that. Okay. Assign the different kinds of
Energy source is our source of energy for making the brownies. Energy source is our source of energy for making the brownies. This is because of the things.
Sorry.
This is because
Now we'll be showing you how to make chemistry brownies.